Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome back to a new video. In this video, be very different than any other video and probably won't get many views, but I feel like I need to share this. So I uploaded a video yesterday where I arbitrarily decided to flip the camera on and shoot a video to stick with my daily uploads and try to answer questions that I keep getting. Lots of questions from people who are in financial peril and struggle. And even though at the beginning of the video, I asked for people not to self-righteously jump into the comments and bash on people who are going through tough times and not able to pay all their bills and potentially having to repo their cars. But that doesn't matter because there are people out there that are so self-righteous, have so much hubris that they've never had to experience tough times. They're the perfect people, the people that we only hear about, basically mythology. Nothing bad ever happens to them. They never make mistakes. They never screw up. They never make a bad financial decision. Every decision they've ever made in their life has worked out for them. They get up in the morning and birds are chirping and sunshine is out, while the rest of us have to fight through storms and rain. These people exist in the comment section, but for the rest of us, we exist in the real world where the world's a mother effer and it comes at us and it takes us down and it kicks us in the chest, knocks us in the jaw, kicks us to the ground, spits on us and tells us, get back up if you have the guts. And sometimes we don't. We take the losses and we let those losses define us. And we spend the rest of our lives wondering what could have been, what should have been, why this is happening to me. And then some clown like me gets on here and does a YouTube video and says it's okay to screw up. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to be human. It's okay to buy a car, fall for the stupid sales pitch, and then find yourself in trouble when something horrible happens in your life. For some of the commenters, it's not. They think you should have gotten a job at McDonald's when you lost your $100,000 a year job. Should have gotten a job. Another guy said, get a job at Walmart before you repo your car. You owe Santander and Ally and Capital One and Wells Fargo, Chase, you owe them. You made a deal with them. You need to own up to that as a man. Those comments happened yesterday. And those comments came from the perfect people. The perfect people or the banks. But they're extremely out of touch in my opinion because I myself fell on my face in 2007 and 8. And it was ugly and it got dark. And I'll share a little bit more about that in a second. But after I did that video and I uploaded it, I thought, you know what? There's still going to be dummies that are going to say things, but I'm going to reach a few people who are going through some really dark times, and I don't want anybody to do anything to themselves. I don't want them to put their families through horrible tragedy by choosing to leave the planet. I don't want anybody to get so wrapped up in a stupid car repossession that they blow their whole lives up and I do something stupid. Like the messages I've gotten, they mess my head up, everybody. They take me back to the darkness that I was in back in 2007 and 8. And when I think about those things, I want to help these people. So I shot that video. And then I got a couple emails, and I got more I'm catching up on. But I wanted to read these. I'll leave the names out, and I won't even put them on the screen. I will let you see something embarrassing, which is my $3.99 readers. By the way, little tip. If you go to CVS, they're like $20. If you go to Home Depot, same exact things are like $2.50. And I lose them every day. So here they are. I'm going to put these on and I'm going to read the email that I got in my response. And then I'll end with an email that I just got as well. And I'll respond to that person after the video. But let me share this with you, why I do what I do. This is why I do what I do. This video is not barely at, it's less than 10,000 views, the video I put up yesterday. Most of my videos are hitting 15, 20, 30, 40, even 50,000 plus views. This one, I mean, it's like the spruce goose, man. It's cruising about 2 feet off the ocean, but it will not fly. But people who needed it have sent me messages and even commented and said it's the best video I've ever done. That means I reached inside their souls from a camera and saved them or helped them move through their challenge. So let me read this, because I think maybe someone else is going through this. And I promise you, tomorrow I will jump right back on the horse and I will start swinging that bat again at any car maker that tries to hurt us, tries to do crappy stuff to us, any dealer likes to play games. But for now, I want to do a video just for me and you, those of you that it mattered for. And if it only gets a few thousand views, that's okay. It's a few thousand people. Maybe it helped. And for the 2 people that sent me these emails, I am sharing this because you are going to help other people. But I won't share who you are. Keep your privacy safe with me. But I got to share it. I got to, because it impacted me that much. So let's go ahead and read them. Brad, I just want to say thank you for all the information that you have given out over the past 2 months. I've been able to pull myself up and keep everything that I have. I overpaid on my Challenger a little over a year ago and got sucked into the thing where they said they would be worth a lot of money, etc. I've owned a lot of Challengers, but I wanted one last one. I don't regret getting it. I just could have went about it a lot differently than I did. Lesson learned. I lost my job in February due to a wrongful termination because of my age. I'm an older guy. And they basically got rid of me from a management role and gave the job to someone 20 years younger than I am. I know I'm going to get taken care of eventually. I admit that I just redacted something that may be a little private. I just don't want people to figure out who he is. I admit that I overspent because I have the money, and thank God I did put some aside. But when I lost my job, it seemed like the walls were closing in, and I didn't know what to do. I'm diabetic, so I had no health care, no way to see doctors, no way to get prescriptions and manage. I pulled myself up, and no matter how many times I got down, I would watch one of your videos that I had saved, and I pumped myself back up, along with your help. I'm sorry. Today's video really struck me that I needed to email you. I usually don't do this kind of stuff, and I don't say that to a lot of people. I keep all my stuff inside. But I'm here to tell you, you're making a difference, and there will be naysayers, but I'm telling you, you are making a difference. You made a difference in my life. There were some dark things that were going through my mind as well, and I'm glad that I didn't go that route. And when I got down, I turned your channel on. So keep doing what you're doing there. There will always be haters, but there will always be people like myself that love your channel and appreciate what you do. So I'm going to hit send in this email I'm sending back to him. So I addressed his name, and I want to share with you what I wrote back, because this is for everybody. Wow. Thanks so much for sharing this. Sometimes I question whether I should keep grinding out these videos, so emails like this keep me motivated to continue. Lord knows the idea of selling the camera and taking back about 10 hours of my life each week can be tempting, especially when I get stuck in the comment section with some really nasty folks. You know who you are. So you taking the time to send this means a lot. It reminds me why I do this stuff. And I'm glad to hear you push through the tough times. In 2007, I had to take my pew-pews. to my friend's house because I was such a mess and drinking and so stuck in self-pity and embarrassment that I was afraid of myself even. And then I just smacked myself and decided that this is when I have to show everyone, and most importantly myself, what I'm made of. And I fought my way back. Years later, I shared my story with several of my wealthy friends and my parents, and they all asked me why I never asked them for money or financial help, as they would have helped me happily. And I told them my failures could not become theirs too. While I thought I was too big to fail, I rapidly became too big of a loser to save. And I just had to hit the reset button and find my way back on my own. The world can be a real mother effer sometimes, but those times are always temporary. And even though they feel like they'll never end, before I went down in flames, I was the most cocky, arrogant a-hole. And I used to laugh and joke about telling the universe to bring me everything you've got because I can handle it. And then it did, and I couldn't. Then I learned what hubris means, and I tell everyone I can to watch out for it, because the second we think we are unbeatable, something will knock us down and bring us back to earth. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I stop and share my cars with kids and other car lovers. Once in a while, I catch myself getting cocky again, and I remind myself of those dark days. So hang in there and make the most of your life. Take the hits, and then hit back twice as hard. Thanks so much for watching my channel. And I mean that. Thank you. Thank you for motivating me, because sometimes the motivator needs some motivating. I just got another email, and I want to read this one, and then I'll wrap this video up. And it's here, let's just go. Hi, Brad. I just wanted to thank you for your recent video regarding car repossession. I cried as I watched it, as I had to voluntarily give my car up yesterday. I always had a good job and great credit, but that changed a few years ago. I still have a great job, but have had problems with depression. I've always loved cars. They're my outlet. During COVID and a very bad bout with depression, I ended up with 4 cars and payments on each. Yes, this was stupid looking back, but they made me happy in the short term. I have worked hard trying to keep up with the payments until I couldn't. Ally Financial didn't offer me any deferral, etc. on my most expensive car payment. I was very behind and made the decision to let it go. That way I can pay for the remaining 3. When I told Ally, they were nice about it, and I dropped the car off at the dealership to get picked up. I was overwhelmed with guilt and waking up in the middle of the night with worry. I'm 58 years old and do feel like a failure, but did what I had to do. I still worry about the money owed after it's sold, and I don't want to lose my home. I appreciate you putting all this info out there and making people like me not feel like a total loser. I'm just taking things a day at a time and doing the best I can. Take care. So here's my response to this person and everyone else out there. It's temporary. You will get through it. This too shall pass. And don't lose sleep. Once you make the decision, set yourself free. And as far as losing your home to the deficiency balance, the beautiful thing in this world is that's one thing they can't take. But if you let them sue you and let them get judgments, they can stick the judgment on the house. And then that's going to hang around your neck for a while. So don't let that happen. And don't be ashamed of hitting that bankrupt button if you have to. But work with them on a payment plan. And I promise you, 99% of the time, they will. And one guy commented saying he had a bank that wouldn't. I think that's few and far between. But just work with them on a payment plan. You're not going to lose your house. That's not happening. There's just no way. So you'll work it out. And you can email me anytime you want, and I will shepherd you through this entire scenario so that that doesn't happen to you. But for the rest of you, I want to thank you for being positive in my last video, for commenting positively, for understanding that bad things happen to good people, that sometimes really good people make mistakes. That's part of being a human being. And that, yes, You could get 2 or 3 jobs, but sometimes the debt is too big, and the solution just won't solve the problem of going to Walmart. You know, I made a point to one of the commenters. I'm like, I love this. You're telling me that if I went down in flames like I did back in 07 to go get another job at Walmart and pay my bills. Here's a little heads up on a personal level. I don't even want to say it, but my household, it would blow your mind what it costs to run every single month. You just do the math on the cars, and I have equity in most of my cars. Raising a teenager, having an amazing wife that I want to make sure she has everything she's ever wanted. This gigantic home, all this stuff. It's expensive. I have enough savings to survive for quite a while if something horrible happened. But it doesn't mean that I wouldn't run through it. Walmart wouldn't be the solution. Fair enough? So just putting a comment in the comment section that, well, these people should get other jobs. You know what? That's not always. I'm all for that. I'm a hustler. Jeez, man, I have 60 hours a week at my day job. I put another 10 plus on this YouTube thing. I'm a hustler. You ain't gonna find me not working harder than outworking anybody. But sometimes that ain't the solution. The only way out is what I'm talking about in these videos. So stay positive, stay strong, and if you're in this, feel free to send me an email, and I'm gonna 99% of the time respond. Sometimes if I miss it, just resend it and it'll pop back to the top. But I had to share this video with everybody because it hit me very hard personally, and it just reminded me why I do this stuff on this channel. And those of you that appreciate it, you motivate me every single day. Thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. We hit 80,000 subscribers. I never imagined that day would come, but I want 100,000. Why? Because I want that damn plaque. I know, it's stupid. I don't care about the money. I want the damn plaque. I want the plaque with OC Motivator on the front of it. That's what I want. See y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.